I love waffling, guys. Do you? Do you like me waffling? Do you waffle yourselves at home? How many times do you waffle a day? Once a day waffle? Twice a day waffle? Thrice a day waffle? I'm king of waffle. I am, guys. I waffle constantly. Hello, beautiful ones. How are you all doing today? I hope you're really, really well out there. If you're new to my channel, I'm Joseph. It's lovely to have you here today. And if you are a returning subscriber, beautiful to see you too. So in today's tutorial, it's not a tutorial, it's another blind foundation review. This time, this is a request by Flo. Hi, Flo. How are you doing? Hope you're okay. Flo, I managed to locate the MUA makeup brand you were after that was hiding in Superdrug yesterday. And I went in on the off chance because I didn't think that waffling already, not a good sign, guys. So anyway, today I'm going to review this foundation, which I got yesterday, £7, I think it might have been. And I also got a concealer because I thought I may as well, you know, just do both. Why not? And this is the Pro Base Concealer. And in a minute, I'll talk about what they are and what they purport to do and what a blind review actually is. But if that sounds like something you guys want to watch or find out more about, stay tuned. So guys, should we make it? Sorry, should we make a start on the Pro Base, the MUA? The MUA stands for Makeup Artist, I believe. Again, I don't know anything about this product. You probably know more about this than I do, guys. What I do is when I do a blind review, I go into the shop, I buy the product, I get it home, and I purposely don't look at the website. I don't know anything about this other than what's on the bottle, the branding in the shop, so on. And that way, I suppose it just makes it a little bit more interesting for you at home. Certainly makes it far more interesting for me as well, because, you know, you're sharing my experiences and my reactions to the product. First of all, out of the bottle, and then I tried applying it different ways: foundation brush, dry beauty blender, soap beauty blender, so on, just to make it a little bit more engaging for you beautiful ones. Because believe it or not, that is my reason for being here on YouTube, is to engage with you gorgeous ones out there and to keep you entertained. So should we crack this one open? And oh no, not cracking it open yet. We need to describe the old bottle, don't we? And we'll do the concealer as well. Does that sound like a good idea? Oh, wrong way. Can you see that? Color 140, right. So what I'll do, beautiful ones, is just to describe what I can see in my hand, if that's okay with you. It's a glass bottle, which is already a big plus there to me, because that means it can be recycled. Plastics are just so much more awkward or difficult to recycle, although they can, you know, recycle plastic bottles. And this is called MUA Makeup. Oh, sorry, Makeup Academy. So it's got nothing to do with makeup art. Well, it has got stuff to do with makeup artists, but the MUA stands for Makeup Academy. Can you see that? Focus, please. Come on. Be a good boy. And it's called Pro/Base, and this is long wear matte finish foundation. Now, Superdrug, they didn't have a vast range of finishes of foundation, so I don't know how many finishes that MUA or Makeup Academy actually sell, whether they do a dewy one or just this is the only one they do. However, again, I haven't been online. We can always check the website towards the end of this review, can't we? But the shade range is amazing, probably around 30 or even 40 shades, I would say. Again, they didn't have that many in Superdrug, but the ones they did have were very, they had probably about 20 shades, and I imagine that's not the beginning of it. Does that make sense? Hope so. Anyway, get back on track, Joseph. Right. As I said, yeah, this comes in a glass bottle, white plastic lid, and I imagine in there's one of those spatulas. If I take that lid off and that's a pump in there, that's a big plus, but I doubt that immensely, guys. And it comes shrink wrapped as well. Can you see? It's got the old, yeah, you can see that there, can't you, guys? Right, and I'll just read off the back, and it says Pro Base Long Wear Matte Finish Foundation. Full coverage, long wear formula with a matte finish. Blends easily for shine control that lasts all day. Sounds good, doesn't it? Now, in Superdrug yesterday, guys, because I purposely, I knew that I was going to have to do the blind review on this one. I tried not to look at any of the information. However, choosing shades, because I would come out with the wrong color, I would have been gutted. Do you know what I mean? Small things, small mind. Yep. Let's not harp on about that, please, beautiful ones. I can't help it. Kidding. No, and so I was in Superdrug yesterday, and I knew I was going to buy this one and possibly the concealer too. Again, Flo, sorry I didn't get eyeshadows and stuff, but I don't wear coloured cosmetics. I could do a review on those one day when I'm a fully fledged MUA or MA, whatever they call them. MUA is, yeah, it's an acronym, isn't it? Yeah, we know what it is. Right. Talking about shades, aren't we, guys? Right. So, beautiful ones, when it comes to choosing the shade of a foundation, what I tend to do is I go by shade, color depth first. And my skin's pretty fair, isn't it? So I can tell immediately which ones are too dark or too fair for my skin. And then I break that down into certain categories. I go sort of like tones then, so undertones. And what I'm looking for is for my skin's got a, can you see the rosy glow? I've just had a bath, and I'm very, very warm as well. But my skin has got quite a strong pink undertone. So I need to choose a cool tone foundation or a foundation which has got a bluey red, pink sort of undertone. And this was, I would say, sorry, itchy moustache. God, it's like weeds, isn't it? Like weeds trying to kill me. This was possibly the third or fourth pink toned or cool tone foundation in this range in Superdrug yesterday. And Superdrug are really good. They do have loads of testers, although sometimes inconsiderate people tend to put the tubes of the wrong colours beneath the shades of the foundations you're after. So you try the wrong tester on, and you think that, say it looks good, and it's totally out. The foundation above it's totally out. You get it home, and you've wasted money because, unfortunately, you can't take many makeup items back. But any waffling, right? So I established that this was a pink tone foundation in roughly my shade. It looked good on the back of my hand, and again, I can tell just by going on my hand. If you're concerned or have doubts, then do a line starting around here, bring it down onto your neck, and if it matches both of those, because I mean the neck's totally different from your face, isn't it? If it disappears on both of those, you've found your shade. This is the full cover foundation, again very mattifying, I imagine. Try it with a beauty blender, and I'll make it work for me though somehow, guys. But I'd never in a million years, never ever buy a full coverage foundation for myself. I don't really wear foundation on a daily basis. My skin's good enough to pass muster. I think that's my own personal opinions. I mean, all of you are probably out there thinking, my God, that man's got awful skin, but that's my own personal opinion. Right, without any further waffle, should we crack this baby open? Let's get him open. So can you see there's the perforation there? This is going to take quite a long time, guys, because I haven't got the longest fingernails in the world. And, oh, no, that's coming off. So all you do is you just peel. God, it's not like bloody getting to Fort Knox again, is it? And for those of you who are curious out there, this is shade 140, and it is, 140. Don't know what else to say about that. And it is your bog standard 30 mils as well. So slightly larger than some foundations, slightly smaller than tinted moisturizers, so on. And it actually feels like quite a nice bottle. This reminds me of sort of like Clinique, when Clinique used to sell stuff in glass bottles. They did a matte stay matte or something like that. I can't remember the name of the foundation. If I do remember, I'll write it down here. Possibly even find a photo of it for you. But if I can't, I do apologise. But I'm already quite impressed by the packaging of this one. It's got a frosted, can you see that frosted glass bottle with the MUA branding on the front, and on the back is further, there's the barcode, the security barcode, and on the back is the description and the millage and the expiry can down here, which says 12 months. Again, pretty standard for a foundation. Right, let's crack this one open, shall we? No more waffling, please. So if this is a pump, no, it's not. It's what I thought it would be. It's a spatula. So, and I don't like these at all because, mind you, I suppose they're better than just having nothing. Do you know, if it just came with that, say that wasn't in there, and a lot of many foundations do come like that. Estee Lauder do that a lot, and you have to buy a separate pump for £7 or £8, possibly even more, which is even more ripping you off, isn't it, guys? But right. So that's the foundation. Looks like quite a good colour match, maybe a little bit too orangey. Again, I don't know why some of these companies, and I'll swatch this on the back of my hand, why some of these companies do that, guys. For some reason they think that, let's put the lid on him, for some reason they think that cool tone foundations are orange, which is so not true. Do you know what I mean? I mean, cool foundation should be pink, bluey pink, not orange. So if anyone's listening out there, any of you beauty companies, please make cool foundations a little bit more pink tone. That'd be very much appreciated. Right, so we've got a swatch of him on the back of my hand, and I'll just blend it in. And the first claim was the fact it was full coverage, wasn't it? Yes, it was. And so this is supposed to be very mattifying as well, isn't it now? Okay, no smell at all. Not even that watermelon-y foundation smell I sometimes get. Can you see that there? That's, yeah, I mean, we could make it work on my old choppies, couldn't we? But again, it's supposed to be matte, but can you see it's quite sheeny or shiny? Can you see that? Is it picking up on the camera? Yeah, there you go. You can see that. Can you see that sheen there? And that's what you want from a matte foundation, because traditionally matte foundations were very flat looking and they didn't give your skin dimension, I suppose, could be as good as word as any, couldn't it? Yeah. So the sheen in this foundation is very, very good, guys. So that's another big plus for me. And it doesn't, is it, oh, it's dry. It's dried within, how long did I put on ago? About 30 seconds, 45 seconds ago, possibly about a minute ago. So that's, dry time is really quick and it hasn't turned that chalky sort of, I'm just going to look at this in the daylight, beautiful ones, if that's okay. Yeah, it's definitely got a nice sheen to it, guys. It's pretty full on coverage though. So again, I need to try and shear it right down to make it work for me. If any of you guys out there need a full cover foundation, this might be the one for you. However, let's try it on the old choppy, shall we? Let's do that. Right, guys, let's get some of this on my old face, shall we? Or the old clock. So again, I might just actually put quite a bit on and just, we may as well give this a fair crack of the whip. I mean, I think it was £7. Again, we can always check, can't we, when we look at the website. And we'll be looking at the website towards the end of this review, guys, where I will just check to see whether my findings marry up with the old claims. So there's, can you see that? Slap some on the old choppies. Again, I haven't primed my skin, guys, and I've got normal combination to oily skin, particularly in the summer. My skin gets really oily. And I'm just finger applying this time. First time I always use my fingers. And then we'll go in with a foundation brush, and then we'll try with the... So, and I have established this as a silicone-based foundation, guys. And I'll talk to you about how I do that in a second. I may as well talk to you about it now. All I do is I just put a swatch on the back of my hand, rub it in, and then I run my hand under a cold tap or a warm tap. Cold water has quite a negative effect on my body, but you know what I mean? Wow. Oh dear. That is full coverage, isn't it? If the water peels up or spills off the foundation really, really readily and leaves sort of like a waterproof, intact sort of finish on the, it's silicone based. So basically it makes it waterproof. So if water runs off it, then you know it's a silicone based foundation, which means we can then incorporate water later on with the beauty blender. So on. God, I look old, don't I, guys? Wow. Wow, it is really, and I've noticed as well, this foundation oxidizes really, really, really quickly as well, guys. And it oxidizes. Can you see? There and there. That's my original skin color. That's the foundation. And wow. It is full on coverage, guys. Full on coverage. It's covered me old stosh nicely, isn't it, guys? Let's have a little inspection, shall we? Take spectacles off. Yeah. Okay, can you see it has got a very a slight sheen to it, and that is it's dried as well, guys. And that's what you want from a matte foundation. I've already said that. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself ad nauseum. I'm nauseating myself at the moment, guys, by waffling. Carry on. So I have to put my old spectacles on so I can have a really close inspection. And it is oxidizing on my skin now as I speak, guys. So. And oxidizing foundations are the same. You know, rust on a car, that's oxidization, or oxidation, I should say. And it's basically just takes the foundation a few shades darker. Sometimes it can be really, really noticeable, guys. However, oxidation can work in your favor. Sometimes it can't. So say you found your spot on foundation shade, you get it home, you slap it on your chops, within half an hour, it looks like nothing. It looks nothing like the foundation you had in the shops. But yeah, I'm liking that area of my forehead. Can you see that, beautiful ones? It's not giving you that flat, which I keep going on and on and on about, sorry, but it looks quite good, actually. I'm quite impressed so far, considering I did put quite a lot on, guys, as well. I mean, I put about a 10p piece size on the back of my hand, didn't I? And can you see that has, yeah, it's definitely stop going on about it being oxidizing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, the color match is pretty good, isn't it? Again, you know, if I come back here, the board's going to fall on my head and flatten me, but oh, you see what I mean? Bugger. What I ought to go and do, beautiful ones, is go and tidy up my eyebrows and try and get this off my old stosh, so I don't look like an 80-year-old anymore. But and then I'll take some photos, shall I? And then I'll rinse this layer off, and then should we try with my brush de foundation. Oh no, I'm not doing that anymore. Okay, my foundation brush. How does that sound? Okay. Right, beautiful ones. This one's me looking straight on out of the window in natural daylight. Here's one of me looking to the right. Here's me looking to the left. Here's one holding the camera above my head. And finally, beautiful ones, flash photography. So far, beautiful ones, quite impressed. Not massively yet, but we've only just begun, haven't we? I have noticed it in natural daylight. It does look a little bit obvious, but again, it's a full coverage. Nothing's going to make be full coverage and look invisible on the skin. You'll always have a cast or an opaque sort of mask-like look to your face. We can do something about that though by soaking the old beauty blender. However, I did notice it started to grab around my old schnufter, and I have finger blended it in a little bit more. Waffling. I better go and wash these old chops, and when I come back, shall we try with my old... Let's do that, shall we? Do you want to try it damp or dry? Don't know. I'll play around and we'll find out. Shall I do that? Okay, see you in a minute. So, beautiful ones, I'm back from the bathroom. That layer of foundation removed from my face. Face squeaky clean. There's nothing else on my face at all. And should we go in with the old foundation brush? I think I might try it dry because, involving or including water at this phase, I know it will change the foundation because, as I said, this is a silicone one. Oh, and I've had a rearrangement behind me as well, guys, because since that bloody board fell on top of my head a few minutes ago, frightened the life out of me. No, it didn't. I knew it was going to happen. My sixth sense told me it was going to collapse on me today, beautiful. And so that's quite a lot of foundation again, isn't it, guys? However, just put the lid on it because that will go everywhere otherwise. However, we're going to give this a fair old crack of the whip today, aren't we? Can you see that? And the colour, it is very, very similar to my skin. It's not spot on, but again, the only foundation I've ever had that was spot on was tailor-made for me by Prescriptives, which is now defunct. So how am I going to do this? Let me just, right, let's get that on both sides of my old brushy, and then I'll get that on the old choppies. Right, yeah, you can see that, can't you, guys? Can you see? And I don't, obviously that's a concealer, and we'll try that with a concealer in a little while. Right, so I'll just start painting it on my old chops, and you're supposed to start at the center of your face because, believe it or not, that's where most of your texture is. Now I'm going to see if this foundation covers my red glass marks, because obviously they stand out like a Belisha beacon, don't they, on my lily white skin. And I haven't had a spot for, well, ever since Bakuchiol, but let's not talk about that, shall we? Bakuchiol tutorial was very traumatic for me. I know it wasn't, I'm kidding, but... Right, let's work this into my choppies. Get some in the old beard too, shall we? Why not? Really trying to push the old foundation into my pores, guys, to get rid of that textured sort of look I had. Almost like a golf ball or orange peel sort of texture, do you know what I mean? I have cellulite on my face. I don't know. I'm kidding again, guys. Right, let's have a look and see. No, it's not covered those red marks. Can you see there? Again, short of polyfill or wallpaper, those marks will never disappear, guys. Do you know what I mean? So let's get some in the old temples too. Let's give this a fair old crack, shall we, beautiful ones? How are you all? You okay? Sorry, I haven't asked you that today, have I? Very remiss of me. I'm sorry, beautiful ones. Fly, back in life. We're never going to be separated, me and my beautiful fly. We're best mates now, guys. Together forever. Let's have a look at that. Now just keep blending, guys. And when you think you've blended enough, blend some more. If you've got any face left, that is, by the time, you've worked your old foundation into your chops. Bring it down onto your neck as well, guys, and onto your ears, because obviously ears are sometimes can be totally different. People have quite red ears, don't they, sometimes? This time, guys, I have managed to avoid the old beard. Again, the foundation brush offers precision, so, you can get in all the nooks and crannies of your old chops. But preferring the foundation brush as opposed to fingers. However beautiful. And should we try with the Soap Beauty? I'll go and take some more photos. Just let me give you my impressions of this one, and then we'll try with the Soap Beauty blender show, and then we'll look at the website. Let's have a little look at so I just need to do a little bit more blending. I said, didn't I, when you finish, when you feel like you've blended enough, carry on. Just to give you that seamless, what I call expensive looking skin. If none of you know what I'm talking about, then I'm going to shut up. Do you know what I mean, though? Expensive looking. It's that sort of polished, effortless looking skin, which just looks flawless, although you haven't made any effort on it at all, because you're so rich, you're spending money in Harrods, you haven't got time to do your face. Do you know what I mean? That's expensive looking skin, guys. And it takes quite a bit of work, actually. But once you've got it down to pat, just keep blending that one into the skin. And down to the neck, as I said. And that way you just give you create the illusion that your skin's really uniform and you're uniting the skin tone all over your face, as opposed to just one area. Because if you have the old tide line there's nothing more obvious, is there, than having one colour there, one colour there, totally divergent colours, or disparaging colours, or different, basically different. Yeah, different. Let's have a. Should I take the old spectacles off? Let's have a little look. Can't really see anything, guys, but I just see a white blur. Do you know what I mean? No, I can't. I can see a little bit, but I can definitely see a glow around here. And wow. On the skin, it just feels really, really, really matte. There's no pulling or none of that oiliness or that moisture. That's the word. Moisture, Joseph. Moisture. Oh, I got it. Thanks. Yes. Yeah, I'm turning. My opinion's turning on this one. Do you know what I mean? I'm on the cusp of falling in love big time with this one. Not sad at all, guys. I'm so not sad, am I? Maybe a little bit. Right, let's have another inspection. I'm glad I avoided the old brows, though, guys, because there's nothing worse than having to use a filthy old dishcloth. No, I'm kidding. I don't. I use a fresh white cloth, or even a piece of tissue paper. Yeah, no, I am loving the fact that it gives you sort of a three-dimensional sort of, again, because matte foundation, sorry to say this again for the umpteenth time today, but matte foundations traditionally always were very mask-like, very chalky, because they had to absorb so much oil, didn't they? But thankfully at last, formulations of foundations have moved on. Yeah, I'm falling for this baby big time, guys. How sad am I? How sad? No, I'm kidding. I'm not sad, but things like foundations which really, really suit me or work and live up to their claims just please me greatly, guys. Again, sad, but I don't want to come back too far in case ye old board collapses on ye old head. Again, don't want that to happen again, do we? No, we don't, beautiful ones. I have a little slurp of tea, if that's okay. My mouth's ever so much bloody talking. Do you know what I mean? Waffle, 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 waffle. I love waffling, guys. Do you? Do you like me waffling? Do you waffle yourselves at home? How many times do you waffle a day? Once a day waffle? Twice a day waffle? Thrice a day waffle? I'm king of waffle. I am, guys. I waffle constantly. What I thought I might do, guys, is a little bit of, can you see that little bit of that greasy part there? It's not greasy, it's just silicone. I think I might just try and see if I can cover that area there and see how that one does. So it's certainly buildable, isn't it? Buildable, isn't it, guys? Do you know what? No, I'm just trying to say that, you can use it as a concealer too if you wanted to. Save you having to go out and buy separate foundation and concealer. However, it is quite nice to have two separate products, isn't it? And I know it's unnecessary expense, but there's something quite nice about having two things as opposed to just one, isn't it? Two of everything's better than just one, in my opinion, anyway. Let's have. Oh no, I can't. If I put them down on the tip of my nose and do an Angela Lansbury. What has anyone seen A Company of Wolves? It's a brilliant film. It's about werewolves, a Little Red Riding Hood inspired. What am I going on about, guys? Talking about Foundation, not werewolf films. Okay. Right. No, I'm falling for this foundation, guys. Absolutely falling for it. It's beautiful. I think what I'll do now, beautiful one, is take beautiful ones is take another set of photos. Shall I do that? And when I come back, I'll show you the photos, and then I'll rinse this layer off, and we'll go in with the soaked beauty blend. I'm quite looking forward to this one actually, because so far I'm falling for this foundation, and I didn't want to either. Do you know what I mean? I thought it was going to be a load of old pony, but might have to beat me old words, guys. Okay. Right, beautiful. This foundation, by the way, with a foundation brush looks much, much better than finger application out of the bottle. Again, I don't normally like foundation brushes because I tend to think they leave streaks, but let's get on and do the photo, shall we? Right, this one's me looking straight out of the window, got an itchy ear. Straight out of the window in natural daylight. Here's one of me looking to the right. Here's one of me looking to the left. Here's one holding the camera above my head. And finally, flash photography. Wow. Obsessed. Totally obsessed. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. £6. I'll have to find out exactly how much it cost when we look at the website. However, and the shade range is just awesome, guys. And if they did a glowy one, well, I would be onto a winner then, wouldn't we, beautiful ones? Right. No more waffling, please. Nope, no more waffling. Promise. Okay. I better go and push this layer off, and when I come back, should we try with the Soap Beauty Blender? Let's do that. See you in a minute. Right, oh gorgeous ones, that's me back from the bathroom. That layer removed. Should we go in and try with the old Beauty Blender now? The Soaking Wet Beauty Blender. Why not? So again, I'll open that one up and and I've washed that lot off the back of my hand now, so my hand's clean. Should we go in with quite a bit? There's quite a lot there. Can you see all of that? And I am pretty impressed with this one so far. Again, we've got to try the concealer, haven't we, guys? Just take my glasses off. And here I have my jug with the soaked, and it doesn't, as I said before, it doesn't have to be sopping wet, just so it is wet. Do you know what I mean? You don't want it dripping all over you, because that's just not a good look, is it? If you've got to go to a meeting or something and you're covered in water, not very good look. No, not at all. Right, so we'll go in with the, can you see that pointed end? And I'll just load, and what I tend to do is load up all the foundation onto the Beauty Blender. Now, can you see that? Just work that in with a finger, and hopefully the water should interact with the silicones, I should say, not silicones, and we should be able to get the most out of this founder, make it look really, really natural on the old choppies. And I think this might have those fixing agents in, because this is a long wear foundation, isn't it? Hopefully not. Got some in my eye. But I'm just loving all of these cheap makeup items, guys. There's no point going out there spending a fortune on, just because you are literally paying for the name. Again, how many times do I say that, guys? And it is probably my mantra, which will be written on my grave. Here lies Joseph. You're paying for a name. Or he paid for a name. Do you know what I mean? Something like that, anyway. Let's have a look at that one now, shall we? So you've got to let it dry, though, guys, because obviously there's water. Can you hear that? That means the fixing agents have fixed the foundation to my skin, although, hang on, put that over there. Although we have sheared it down massively, and we have changed its nature as well by adding the water. So it's still quite damp at the moment. So just give it 3 or 4 minutes just to dry. Go and do your hair, or go and get yourself a cup of tea, whatever. Can you see that there? That strip of foundation. Just blend that in, because I don't want it all over my shirt. Do I? No, I don't. So beautiful ones. That's one layer on with the Soaked Beauty, and I did use quite a lot of foundation, didn't I? And I don't think you can tell I've got anything on my skin now. My skin is now bone dry. It's totally dried. Can you see the reflection around here? It's just brought my skin to life, hasn't it? Before, my skin looked maybe a little bit flat, a little bit dull. However, the reflection of the light now hitting my face, it's just bouncing off directly because my skin looks very, very smooth and even and perfected, but it's not in reality. It's all a big illusion. Oh, guys, do you know what I mean? But and it's united my skin tone. No, I am now very, very impressed with this foundation. Let's have a close inspection. I'll put my glasses on so I can see what's what. Yep. Yep. No, yeah, no, very, very, very loving, very loving. Falling for this foundation, guys. Again, how many foundations don't I fall for? Beautiful ones. Do you know what I mean? It's just me, though. Impressed by small things, but let's have a. And it hasn't, because before, when I applied it with the fingers and the foundation brush, it gathered around my schnufter nostrils. However, now it's just, wow, wow. Very nice, very, very nice. Yeah, no, I'm probably going to pass this foundation, actually, you know, give it possibly a 9 or even a 10 out of 10. No reason not to, is there, beautiful ones? Price, excellent. Color range, excellent. Finish on the skin out of the bottom, a little bit chalky, a little bit mask-like. However, we've made it work for us, haven't we, guys? Yeah, no, that, can you see how not luminous, just what's the word? Sheeny. Is such a word as sheeny? It's better than shiny, isn't it? But no, yeah, I probably will pass this one. Again, who am I to pass anything on my channel? Because I do endorse products or not endorse them. Yeah, no, I'm probably going to give this a seal, my seal of approval. So should we look at the web? Oh no, concealer next. Let's do concealer, shall we? Why not? So next, my gorgeous ones, is the Pro Base Concealer, and this is in shade exactly the same as the foundation, and that's another big plus to MUA, is that they match their foundations and concealers. That's all so far I know about them. And this is a Pro Base full coverage concealer, and on the back it says lightweight cover up for imperfections with a smooth, flawless finish. We'll see, won't we? So what I might do is see if I can cover up that red mark on my face. I might even do my under eyes whilst I'm there. And this, again, I need to put my glasses on because I can't see anything. Again, this has got one of those perforated, where's it gone, bucker? Ah, there it is, right, got it. So once you've located the tear down, you know, the perforated, can you see that there? Then you just pull it upwards to, and then you peel the whole thing off. And this is the concealer. It comes in a, let me put that over there. It comes in a white, a clear plastic tube with the concealer. You can see the concealer inside. Again, great for color matching. Again, from the bottle, don't really know. Try it on your skin first, although it can give you a general idea of, is that the right way up? No. Number 140, again, exactly the same shade as the foundation. And there's the peel down label with the ingredients. Is that upside down? No, yeah, again, upside down. Sorry, beautiful ones. Yeah, you peel that away and it reveals the ingredients. And this just says 12 months again, 7.5 mils. And this will have a little doe foot inside it. Yeah, there it is. Can you see that? A little doe foot. Please focus. Come on, be a good boy. That's it. Right. So what I'll do this time is I won't put any on my concealer brush. I'll just go in and see if that one conceals. And what did it say? Full cover with lightweight feel or something, didn't it? And I'll go in with the concealing end of my brush. And let's see if that's covered that up, shall we, guys? Not really. So try just out of the tube. Yeah, why not, eh? Slap it on, eh? Slap it on and hope for the best, as John McLean says. He's great. I do like John McLean. What I do with concealers is just leave them for about 30 seconds before I pat them in. Does that make sense, beautiful ones? I hope so. Bit of a naughty, frisky mood today, if you hadn't noticed. Probably around 15 seconds, 20. I'll blend it in now. And what that does is it just helps to set it just before, you know, then you finger dab it and you get more of an intense sort of coverage. And then you just finger blend. And do try to get your edges as well, guys, because there's nothing more obvious than Just work around your blemish or your area to blur the edges, but leave the concealer where you've put it in the middle to cover, you know, the imperfection. That's pretty much disappeared, isn't it, guys? Still see it though, but it's not as angry or as inflamed as it was. Again, this would work very, very well for spots. £2.50 or £3, I think this may have been. Again, wow, just excellent value, guys. Bloody brilliant value, if I say so myself. And I just did say so myself. Right. I'm going to whop some under my old eyes. Why not, eh? I don't really have dark circles, but the amount of hours I sleep, guys, I should have really, really dark bags under my eyes, shouldn't I? And what I do with concealer is just put it into the, and I tend to do up here as well. And a little dot there, and I don't wear concealer at all. I don't, guys. You know, it's just something I don't even wear foundation, actually. And then with your ring finger, patch him in. Again, on the other side. Again, I haven't, if you just leave it for a few seconds, it just starts to set and just makes the whole thing easier to blend in, if that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's looking quite good, isn't it? Don't look like a panda bear yet, do I? No. Brilliant. So, again, the concealer, we need to just check out the claim. We're going to put this in my bowl for washing afterwards. We need to look at the claims, because if it's just saying it's an ultra, the foundation's ultra, we know it's not, but do you know what I mean? I'm just using it as an example. If it says the foundation's ultra sheer with a glowy sort of finish, it's not living up to its claims there, guys, is it? So let's have a closer look at this old concealing, shall we? Concealing malarkey. Wow. Wow, it's actually hidden the fine lines around my eyes as well, guys. Can you see? If I come in really, really close. Can you see? It's blurred them, hasn't it, guys? Just very, very slightly, subtly blurred. So it would make a very, very good under eye concealer, guys. I can't stand the way people put loads of, what's the point in going to all the effort of choosing a foundation, which is, you know, you've got right down to your skin tone, and then whopping loads of really, really ultra pale concealer over it. And people just start here, they do V's, and I just think people use way too much concealer, guys. Way, way, way too much. And it just looks so obvious and so unnatural. But again, that's my, what was it, gripe, is it? No, irk. No, it was gripe, wasn't it, for my Q&A? Can't remember. Peeve. It's my biggest peeve. One of my biggest peeves. No, it's not really at all. Sorry. Should have turned that off. Again, very, very popular today. What do you think? This is the whole look now, guys. This is MUA foundation, full coverage foundation, which we've gone in with a soaked beauty blender and the full coverage concealer as well. Could I go out looking like this is the question? I don't think so somehow. I certainly couldn't, you know, go out and do my shopping or what have you. Nightclub, possibly. Red carpet event. I'm always at red carpet events, guys. Always, always, always not. I wish, bloody hell. What do you think? Oh, I'm pretty impressed with both of these guys. I mean, you know, my skin just looks flawless. Well, not flawless, it just looks really, really natural, doesn't it? And yep, I think I'm going to pass these two, definitely. Should look at the old website? Let's do that. Right, beautiful ones. I've located the website, and it's called www.muastore.co.uk. I don't know whether this stuff's available in America or not. I could find out. If some of you want to know, just let me know in the comments. Flo, I sincerely hope this is what you're after today, and if it's not, I do apologize. However, this one's called MUA Pro /Base Matte Finish Foundation, and it comes in 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 24 shades. So that's good, isn't it? And ours was 140, so that's around there. So the description of this foundation, and I'll put these here, guys, so you don't have to refer to me waffling. Full cover long wear foundation with a matte finish, formulated with vitamin E and paraben free. This foundation blends easily for shine control that lasts all day. Yeah, I'd agree with that, definitely. Why not? Additional information, 30 mils. You've got ingredients, and the second ingredient in is a silicone, and there's 2 silicons I can see in there so far. No, oh, right, okay, yeah, the shades, okay. Right, no, I'm very impressed, guys. Very, very, very impressed. And this foundation, guys, is £6. £6 for a foundation which can make your skin look brilliant or excellent, in my opinion. And they do a white foundation as well, because you know sometimes you can get your foundation home and it's too dark. A few shades lighter, it would be perfect for you. You need something white to lighten that up. And so, and I nearly got that one yesterday, but I thought no, because the 140 looked good and a close enough match for my skin. However, the range is just amazing, guys. And that's all that they say about the foundation. Full coverage, long, yeah, and you know, and that's all the claims they make, guys. So I think this is one of those minimalist sort of Clinique-esque sort of makeup brands whereby they try to be really minimal but give you the basic facts about the formulation. They're not making grandiose claims or overblown claims. Should we move on and look at the concealer? Let's do that. This concealer, guys, is £3.50. £3.50, and it's done that to my, just amazing. I'm totally blown away. And so should we look at the website now? And this is called the MUA Pro/Base Concealer, £3.50, and again 24 shades. Again, absolutely wonderful. Should we read the description? Let's do that. This lightweight concealer offers buildable coverage for imperfections with a smooth, flawless finish. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Very, very flawless, very natural too. The creamy texture is crease proof and long wearing. Definitely crease proof. I don't know about the long wearing yet because I'm not going to do a wear test today. If you want me to do one, let me know in the comments and I'll certainly do my best to do that for you, beautiful ones. But again, so beautiful ones. Again, I was desperate to fail these two because I just thought they'd be cheap, rubbishy, and not very nice at all. However, I'm so impressed. So impressed. The concealer, amazing. It's just left my under eyes looking lighter, less tired, and certainly without any creases at all. So if you just, you know, you could powder over them to set them, I suppose. I never do that myself, guys. However, the foundation is awesome as well. Straight out of the bottle, a little bit mask-like. However, we've made it work for us, haven't we, today, guys? The range, they sell everything. They sell primers, they sell fixing sprays, they sell eyeshadows, blushes, lipsticks. So it's such a bloody good range, guys. Sorry for swearing, but such an amazing company. So Flo, thank you so much for suggesting that I review these two. I'm blown away by them, totally blown away. It is a budget brand and it's a British brand, MUA, and it's just amazing, totally amazing. I'm so impressed by these two, guys. So impressed. So beautiful ones. My final thoughts on the Pro Base full cover matte foundation and the old Pro Base concealer are that they are amazing, literally amazing, guys. Obviously, as I've said many times today, straight out of the bottle, a little bit too heavy for me. However, you know, with the Soap Beauty Blender, we've made it really work for us. And the under eye concealer is it's not an under eye concealer, it's a blemish concealer. However, I would use that as an under eye. If I did use concealers, I would use it as an under eye concealer. However, really blown away by these two. Really blown away. Itchy moustache. I'll just score these out of 10, guys. Appearance bottle, glass bottle, plastic lid, spatula inside. So I'll take a mark off for that one. So 9 out of 10. Glass bottle, recyclable. That's why I'm giving that such a high mark. Color match, 24 shades. Again, very skin true shades, inclusive shades. Brilliant. Again, 10 out of 10. Formula out of the bottle, 8 to 9 out of 10. A little bit thick, a little bit mask-like. However, with a beauty blender, 10 out of 10. And yeah, so just blown away by that one. And the concealer, wow. As I said, I don't use concealers on an everyday basis. However, I might start using them now if it's going to make my under eyes look like that and I keep waking up at 3:30 in the morning. Package, very similar, Clinique-esque. Do you know what I mean? White, a clear tube with white lid, 9 out of 10, possibly 10 out of 10. Formulation, 10 out of 10, definitely with that shadow of doubt. Price for both of these, 11 out of 10, I would say. Can I have an 11 out of 10? Why not? But no, I'm totally blown away, guys. Totally blown away. Let's face facts, beautiful ones. A lot of makeup can be very expensive. And if you're going to be doing what I'm doing in the autumn of this year, and that's doing your makeup artist training, you could kit yourself out with something like the Makeup Artists Academy with everything you need, guys, for a lot less than using premium products. Again, you're paying for the name, However, totally brilliant quality, even better than Revolution, I would say. So I'm going to go to Superdrug and go and see what else I can find. Flo, I really, really hope that today's review was what you were after. Again, difficult for me to know exactly what you wanted because we're communicating via the comments on YouTube. However, I think we've done a pretty exhaustive review of the foundation and the concealer, haven't we, today? And if any of you out there are thinking of buying yourself a new foundation, which is quite, very cheap and yet ultra effective, I would say this one is your go-to product now. And if you're after a concealer, just an amazing all-rounder concealer, Pro Base, absolutely amazing, guys. Right, gorgeous ones. That's it for me today. I'm going to leave you all now. I've got bits to do. If you enjoyed today's tutorial, please do give this video a thumbs up. Not a tutorial, a review. Get it right. Okay. Similarly, do consider subscribing so you're kept abreast of when I release new videos. And all that remains is for me to wish you guys a beautiful Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you all very, very soon. And big thanks to Flo for the suggestion. Lots of love. Take care. See ya.